The Launch Club can confirm that a Nigerian lady has been deported from the United Kingdom. Her children are with foster carers as we speak. The lady is now back in Nigeria. Some people say what happened to this lady is karma, that she deserves what she got. Why the lady is saying that this is the work of spiritual attack. There are conflicting accounts about this lady's story. I want you to leave your comment in the comment section what your views are. A mother was removed from the United Kingdom and her two children are now in the UK as we speak. The mom will not have anything to do with these children because these children have been living with foster carers for more than 4 years now. And this lady, she may not have any contact with her two children for the foreseeable future. There are lessons that we can all learn from this story. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Francis. On the Launch Club, we share stories to educate people from our community. And we also talk about the daily lived experiences of immigrants. If you have any stories that you want to share with myself and the team, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number, which is UK number 4474880440. I repeat, 07488044002. If you're contacting us from outside the UK, please add the United Kingdom dialing code. Only send us a WhatsApp message. We dive into the story now. This lady, as we speak now, her ordeal began many years ago. She comes from a very influential family in Nigeria. In fact, her late father was a prominent politician back in Nigeria. The lady met a guy who is also a very well-to-do guy. The guy is very rich. The guy, before he met the lady, he had a daughter with another woman. The daughter that he had with the woman, the man, something happened. He took the child from the child mom, and the man was caring for the child. He then met this lady. Him and this lady started a relationship back in Nigeria, and the lady became pregnant. At that time, this child was only 3 years old. When the lady became pregnant, the man and the woman had decided that the lady should relocate to the UK through the student route. The lady was only a few weeks pregnant when she decided to come to the UK. She had been coming to the UK before off and on, but she didn't have any settled status in the UK. The lady then came. It was very easy for the lady to come because she had been coming to the UK before. She came to the UK. She was studying in the UK. The man was paying for everything. He would come, see the lady, the children, and go back. Meanwhile, when the lady arrived in the UK, she then have a girl child for the guy. So you have two children. The children, they are growing now. This lady, she was in the UK, and at that time, it's not now that things are very, very hard for students. It was very easy for her to continue to do masters and change the degree and PhDs just to buy time. The children, they now reach school age. The first daughter, who from the previous relationship, the first daughter, she was now 7 years old, having lived in the UK. whilst the lady's daughter, she was 3 years old, going to 4. So the children, they were attending, the daughter and the first daughter, they were attending the same school. So the 3 years old that is going to 4, she was attending nursery in a school that has infant and junior. So the youngest will go to the nursery while the 7 years old goes to the school. Listen to this story. If you're wise, you will learn a lesson. If you know anyone that has children in the UK, please kindly ensure that they see this video. This lady, before they left Nigeria, the woman, she used to maltreat this child, but the man wasn't aware because people were telling the man that, look, when you are not around, the way your wife treats your daughter, she doesn't treat her like she is part of the family. The man never believed, because every time he raises the issue, the woman always say it's a lie, and the man did not have any evidence to support it. When the woman arrived in the UK, the same thing that she was doing back in Nigeria, she continued. In fact, it became worse because the man would only come to the UK once every 3 months to see them, and he will go back. The woman was maltreating the young girl to the point that the young girl looks different, and the nursery and school noticed that the young girl, every time she sees her stepmom, who she calls mom, the stepmom, she doesn't look happy. Meanwhile, when they are at home, the woman would, if this young girl calls this woman mom, she say, no, I'm not your mom. Your mommy, she says a lot of inappropriate things to the young girl. Your mommy abandoned you. She just, things that you should not tell a child. She tell, oh, this is my daughter, this is my angel, this is my precious angel. You don't have mommy. She was just making the girl feel like she's not part of the family. So meanwhile, the girl still goes to school and say, oh, my mommy is coming to collect me. But school staff notice that the girl is not always happy when the stepmom collects the girl. The girl went to school and started complaining that she didn't sleep the night before. The reason she didn't sleep was because her stepmom said that my mom gave me a lot of things to do, and I was washing the dishes, and I was doing a lot of homework. The school had a meeting with the mom, and they asked her. The mom said, "Oh, it's just a minor thing that she said that she asked the girl to do. But it's things that are appropriate to her age." One fateful day, this young girl went to school. When she went to school, she had marks on her body. You may say that is God's intervention to remove this young girl from an abusive situation. Mind you, the young girl, her biological mom, she doesn't have any contact with her biological mom because her father has ostracized her. There's no one in the UK in the home environment who could advocate for the girl. So she was left at the mercy of this stepmom who was just abusing her. The woman thought what she was doing in Nigeria, she will be able to carry on and do the same thing here. The girls' school staff spotted some marks on the girl's body. They asked this young girl, what happened? He said, mommy beat me yesterday. Mommy caused this mark to you. He said, yes, mommy caused this mark to you. In the UK, when a child makes a disclosure like that, professionals have to alert social services and the police. Listen to this story. Hopefully, someone will learn a lesson. If you're seeing any value in what we are sharing today, please kindly click the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, make sure you share this video with anyone that you know will benefit, because there are lessons that can be learned. As I said before, this woman, she said 4 years in prison for what she done, and she's now been deported back to Nigeria. The child, as soon as the child made the disclosure, the school immediately alerted children's services under what is known as working together between multi-agency team to safeguard a vulnerable child. As soon as the social workers came in and they said, okay, we need to let the police know because it appears that crime may have been committed. Police became involved. They went to the woman's house. They arrested the woman. Meanwhile, when the woman was bringing this girl from the UK, bringing her to the UK, she applied that the girl is her own daughter. She brought this girl to the UK as her own daughter. That was the plan between she and her husband. In case you might wonder, oh, do you need DNA test? You do not need DNA test when you are coming as a student, you have children. Listen to this story. Someone will learn a lesson. As soon as the police arrested this woman, this young girl, it looks like God has released her from captivity. She told them immediately that she doesn't want to go back home. They asked her why. He said, too much beating. Too much beating. Started narrating. They now ask her, this mom, who is she to you? The girl said, the woman told her, she is not my mommy, that my mommy abandoned me and left. She is not your mommy. She said, yeah, that is what she told her. If you are watching this video now and you are a lady and you are in a relationship with a man who has children, my appeal to you is that treat that child as you would treat your own child. Nobody knows the head that will wear the crown tomorrow. A child doesn't know the person that gave birth. What a child knows is the person that shows them love, not mom or dad. If you have a child and you didn't show that child love, it is a person that showed the child love that the child will gravitate to. This woman is blaming the devil. I want to know what your views are. As I said before, this lady served 4 years in prison and she was only deported back to Nigeria last week. She will not see her own child. She may not see her child again. Somebody will learn. Hit the like button if you're seeing any value. Don't forget to share, because this is the best way to learn in life, is to learn from other people's mistake. When the police arrested the woman, when a child goes to school in the UK and they've got mark, social services have to do what we call CP medical. That's child protection medical, to examine the girl medically to see what is the cause of the mark, whether the girl has any other mark which may not be visible. The girl was taken for CP medical. The woman was arrested. The woman insisted that she is my daughter. You have a situation where the young girl is saying she's not my mom, and the woman is saying she is my daughter, because the woman realized as soon as she called the husband in Nigeria, the husband said, this could be human trafficking. My dear, make sure you tell them that she is my daughter. The mom came. As soon as the girl saw, as soon as the police told her that they are bringing mom, he said, no, don't bring her, don't bring her, don't bring her, don't bring her. She's not my mom. The woman was insisting. The police said the only way they can ascertain the DNA is to do DNA test. They had to do DNA test for this woman. DNA test shows that 100% the mother is not the mother of the child as she claimed. Meanwhile, on the girl's passport and visa, it shows that the woman is the mother of the child. So you have a situation where the woman has now been proven not to be the mother of this child. She has committed two crimes: human trafficking and causing injury to a minor. The woman denied. Who has this child? We need to trace the mom. I don't know. She's my child. Later, the woman wanted to claim asylum. As soon as people advised her, claim asylum. As soon as she claimed asylum, the asylum was rejected immediately. Our sister found himself in court and he was given 4 years in prison, convicted for 2 offenses: causing injury to a minor and human trafficking. Because the police they could not trace the mom. The 2 children, her own daughter, who at that time was 3 years old, and this child, who at that time was 7. This child is now 11, the eldest, and her own child is now 7. They were then placed in foster care with foster carers. Do you think that if this woman was treating this girl as her own child, the child would have gone to school and said, "This is not my mother"? The answer is highly unlikely. But because she held her own like angel and treated this girl like this girl is an outcast, and this woman has been reported to have been doing this even before she came to the UK. The evil that men do, in this case women, live with them. This is very common among Africans, especially Nigerians. When a woman goes into a relationship and the man has children and she now have children, she will treat her own special and treat the other one. I repeat, only God knows the head that will wear the crown. Don't forget the story of Joseph, who was sold by his brothers and he later became king in Egypt. The child that you think today, this child is going to die of poverty, tomorrow God might use that child to be a Messiah that could save your child. This woman was sentenced to 4 years. When she came out of prison, she did everything. She reached out to me. I did in Georgia. We tried to help her, put her in contact with charities that might be able to save. All the charity, they couldn't, they turned that the case because the case was so, what is she going to be an excuse? She had her children, when she had them, they were not British. She is not British. What would be the grant for staying in this country? She has no grant. She appealed, the husband sent money, they appealed, the judge said, what is be the grant? You don't have a child. What is your attachment to the United Kingdom? No child who's British. You're not British. You've served 4 years in prison. You have to be kicked out of Nigeria. Kicked out. As we speak now, our sister, she's back in Nigeria without her child, and she may not have any contact. The child is now being cared for in foster care. Hopefully, somebody will learn a lesson from this story. You can show appreciation by giving this video a like, subscribe to our channel, share this video with anyone that you know will benefit. Do you think that this lady she would have gotten herself in trouble if she did not treat that young girl like treat her with evil mind? The answer is obviously no.